Hi guys, Dr. Sandra here with Adaptive Audiology Solutions, and I have a new product that I really want to talk to you about today, and that is the Starkey Phantom Soundgear. Soundgear has been around for a while, and I have the opportunity to fit this next week on a patient, and I really felt like this would be a great time to bring this up again and just highlight what a special product this is. And I just really think this is an underutilized technology that I think could be a game changer for a lot of people. This is a type of hearing protection, comes in a case like this. It has active sound suppressing, meaning that it enhances sounds below your thresholds of hearing or perhaps just below your ability to hear with normal hearing protection. So you're able to hear around you while suppressing sounds that are damaging for you. So this is going to allow you to hear sound all around you all day while still protecting your hearing. So often I have people who have tinnitus from noise exposure, and they are conflicted because they want to protect their hearing so their tinnitus doesn't intensify, yet they also need to be able to hear around them for safety purposes. And they can't just put in regular earplugs or earmuffs because they're not going to be able to communicate with their coworkers. Maybe they need to hear traffic noise, or they need to hear certain sounds from equipment. And maybe they have a little hearing loss, and that makes wearing hearing protection even harder for them. And so this is a fantastic product for that, because it's going to be able to provide some mild enhancement of sound for those that have hearing loss. For those that don't have hearing loss, it's not going to over amplify those soft sounds. It's going to provide you with the right amount of awareness, but then it's going to protect your hearing and prevent further damage to your hearing, as well as hopefully prevent your tinnitus from intensifying. So they're rechargeable. Okay. They always come with a black faceplate. I think that just looks nice. It kind of sets it apart from a traditional hearing aid. If it was beige, a lot of people, or skin tone, a lot of people would think that this is like a hearing aid. So it sets it apart in that regard. It is rechargeable, has 23 hours on a full charge, but it does also have a button that you can turn it off and turn it on. So say you have this in your vehicle or with you on, you carry it with you, and there's times where you do want to take it out, you can put it in something safe, but also turn it off to save battery life. And then, when you do want to put it back in, you just hold that button down to turn it back on, and able to use it. You have a volume adjustment for different, hearing loss types. So for those with a more mild loss, you can turn it up a little bit, because it is able to treat a very mild form of hearing loss. And then for those that really don't need enhancement, they can turn it back down. It's got loops on it, so you can use a cord to connect it, and then you have a way to wear it around your neck. So like my husband has these, he wears them hunting, and he just puts that around his neck when he's not hunting, and that way he doesn't lose them. So he has the battery operated kind, so the rechargeable is a pretty nice upgrade, as well as the fact that these are Bluetooth compatible, so you can stream phone conversations, music. You don't have to take them out to talk on the phone, especially with certain industries. If your hands are dirty and you're constantly taking your hearing protection out and in, you can get ear infections really easily because you're getting bacteria on the hearing protection itself. So that's a cool thing too, is that you can stream conversation to these, so you can be hands-free for those conversations on the phone, and you don't have to take them out. And also preventing losing them, which is something that's always a concern as well. Let's see, what else? Oh, and then they are something you can also use if you have an iPhone, you can use the native controls in the iPhone to adjust the volume as well. So that's kind of a neat feature. For two of these devices, it's $1,625. Okay, so not cheap at all. I just noticed online, you can order them online, but my price is actually a little bit less than the online price, so that was kind of cool. It's kind of straightforward. You come in, I make sure they fit well, so you get that extra little bit of touch to it too, and I kind of teach you how to use them and things, so you get that extra for that price. You get a little bit more than you would get ordering them through the internet, and you'd still have to go in. If you order them through the internet, you'd still have to go into a provider to have your ear impressions made, which would be a charge. So all suffice to say, even though $1,625 is an expense, it is a little bit, you get more for your money ordering from a hearing healthcare professional typically. But think about it this way: while that isn't a big investment, when you think about what it costs to treat hearing loss, what it costs to treat tinnitus, and even just the, the frustrations and the stress that can arise from having tinnitus, if you can avoid those things by, wearing devices like these, that is a great investment in yourself, in your health. Those of you that work around damaging noise all day, it's a guaranteed. You're going to have hearing loss, and it's likely you'll also develop tinnitus as a result of that. I'm sorry to say, but that is the truth. And so that's why businesses insist on hearing protection, and OSHA has hearing conservation programs. So if you can do something to protect your hearing and prevent yourself from needing hearing aids down the road and prevent yourself from developing tinnitus, I think it's well worth the money. When you think about what we spend on other electronic devices in our lives, this is a huge thing that could really help you. So I want you to consider it. I want you to think about, the sound gear as the Phantoms, or there's other sound gear options as well, but this is kind of the neatest one of all of them, because a lot of them aren't custom fit, and that always concerns me a bit, especially with working and moving around, that they would fall out and things like that. So I highly encourage you to consider these. And, if you don't live in the Carroll or Denison area, any healthcare professional should be able to order these for you. So yes, I encourage you to look into it to protect your hearing and to preserve your hearing function and prevent tinnitus. So thanks so much for joining me today. Have a great day. Thanks. Bye.